The journey you create, there is a specific goal associated with that. Suppose we were creating a journey where we have to fill the survey forms. So you can define a goal like this journey should run continuously until and unless you get 70% of people filling that survey form. The moment the journey achieves that 70% goal, you can define that the journey is successful. So suppose we create a journey where we have a data extension. Now we can define emails here, and we can define flow control activities like decision split, engagement split, random split, whatever you want to do. You can have account, contact, lead activities from Salesforce. You can create a journey. Once you create a journey, on top you see this cup option. Here you can define goals. Goal can be defined based on the contact data or journey data. Contact data is the relational data model you have created. Journey data is the data coming inside the journey directly from a data extension. So let's select a data extension to create our journey data. This is our data extension which we have, B36 customer profile. So this is the journey data which we have created in front of you. Now you can define a goal related to journey data or a contact data. In the journey data, you can define goal like this is the data extension where your subscribers, when they are registering, are coming. This is the goal. This is the data extension where your subscribers are coming. So you can define, I should say a goal. So suppose we want to encourage female subscribers to subscribe more and more to our products. So suppose we want to achieve 70% female signups. That is the goal of this journey. The goal can be anything. 70% people should fill that survey form. 70% female should sign up. Based on the attributes you have defined inside the data extension, based on that, you create a goal. So suppose the goal is we want to have female signups. So we have defined a filter criteria, and then we will define a definition that suppose if we get 100 female signed up, then our goal will be achieved. Or you can have a percentage. If 50% of female signed up, or you can say 70% of female signed up, then you make this journey as a successful venture. So goal is something which depends on the journey, what you are trying to achieve. The same achievement you have to reflect in a form of goal criteria. So if 70% of people who are female have signed up and received email, that means your journey is successful. The problem is we want to encourage female signups. So 70% of total people should be female who are receiving the sign-up confirmation email or receiving an invoice. We have encouraged female to go and buy more and more products. Suppose you are building a journey for Women's Day. You have special product catalogs on your website which are related to women. Maybe women health, women beauty, women lifestyle, accessories, clothing. So on that auspicious Women's Day, you want to create a journey and you have to measure the success. So 70% female should sign up, should transact, should receive and product invoice. The moment journey detects that 70% of people out of total population in data extension are female, then you will be able to say that the goal of this journey is achieved. Similarly, you have exit criteria, which is just after that goal. Exit criteria is a criteria which we define when we want to make a customer exit. So suppose after you send this email, you wait for 1 day and you want to send a survey email. Last time we built a survey. So this survey email, whosoever fills should exit from the journey immediately. If they don't fill this survey email, they should receive this email. So what we will do is, if we have a female sign up, that sign up will go into a data extension. So we can define an exit criteria. Okay, for that we have to create a data extension. Last time we created a data extension where we have saved female, responses from the customer, ratings from the customer. So based on that data extension, we can define an exit criteria. If somebody has filled the details, his subscriber key rating will be stored in data extension. So if you see that the ratings are present in the data extension for that subscriber, then you can make him exit from this journey. Exit criteria we can't test here because we don't have that cloud page functionality enabled. If you have your own account where you can go and practice that functionality, you can try to set up an exit criteria. The moment somebody performs an action, based on that action, you want to make him exit from the journey, then you define an exit criteria. Exit criteria is different from goal. Goal will not make somebody exit from the journey, but somebody has performed an action, and based on that you want to make him exit, then you can define. Take an example. You have a list of data extension. You are sending 4 or 5 emails to him. After every day, you are sending emails to him. So suppose you have a series of 30 emails sent to him to encourage to buy products and services. He received first email, he received second email, he received third email, but on third email, he made a transaction. Once he has made a transaction, his details will go and get stored into product data extension. The subscriber key, the product he has purchased, the bill amount he acquired. So now as he has made a transaction here, you don't want to, promote the same product in next email. You want that customer to exit immediately. So you go and define an exit criteria. In that exit criteria, you will define in the contact data, because product data extension is a related data extension. So we will search our contact attribute here, which we have created, B36 attribute group. In this B36 attribute group, we have B36 transactions. So if some subscriber key has made a transaction, then its value will flow into B36 products. So you can define a criteria that subscriber key is not null, means the customer who has entered to this journey also has his subscriber key in this data extension. Then he should exit from the journey. So he received first email, second email, third email, he made transaction, his details went and got stored into transactions data extension. Then he will not receive the fourth email. He will be exiting from the journey based on the exit criteria you have defined. if exit criteria finds his email address in the transactions data extension, because this subscriber key you have pulled from the contact model. If it finds that the subscriber key is present, it will make exit immediately and will not allow to process into different stages of the journey. So this is the goal and exit criteria we create inside a journey every time we want to, achieve something via journey or make somebody exit from the journey immediately. So you will be asked how to immediately make a contact exit from the journey. Then the answer would be you have to define the exit criteria. The other question which people may ask, how you will measure success of a journey. The success of a journey can be defined via setting up a goal. So goal and exit criteria works both on contact data and journey data. While you define a journey, make sure you have a specific purpose, a goal. And as the journey progresses, slowly you find that goal is being achieved. And if you immediately want to make somebody exit from the journey, then you have an exit criteria to be defined. So if third email is the email where customer transacted, then he should not receive fourth email because he has already made a transaction on the product you're trying to pitch in this journey. So immediately he should exit from the journey. He should jump from here and go to exit. For that, we define exit criteria. So guys, that was all about Journey Builder in Marketing Cloud. Now, as we have built data extensions, we have built lists, we have built emails, we have uploaded images, we have built mobile related content, SMS push notifications, we have built automations, we have built journeys, we have built contact model. So while you are working in Marketing Cloud in a company, you will be working on testing environment. You might develop a solution in the testing environment and you will be asked to migrate the entire solution to production. So once you have developed each and everything, got a sign off that the solution you have developed is fantastic, let's migrate it to production. Then you want to package all these items and deploy to production. You don't have to manually create everything from scratch in the production. You already have built a lot of things. You will be easily able to go to platform and use the package manager option. Package manager is a deployment platform which will help you deploy the assets, the configurations, journeys, automations, data extensions, everything to the production. It will only migrate configurations. It will not migrate the actual data. For example, if you have 1,000 people in a data extension, then those 1,000 people won't be migrated. Only blank data extension, its schema, its attributes, its data types, its relationship, those will be migrated to production. So guys, here we have created a lot of things and we want to migrate it. So we have to start packaging those solutions. Once we come to package manager, we have packaging. We click on create option and click on new definition. Now here you have journeys, automations, assets, which you can try to pack. So in journeys, suppose we built a journey. Not sure if this is the name of the journey. V36, 2 journeys we built. So we will copy this. Then in assets are the emails, SMS, push notifications. We might have developed a lot of assets like survey form we developed. Okay, push notifications, SMS, invoice we have developed. Then we went to automation. We have developed a lot of automations as well. File drop automation, SQL automation, all these things we have developed. Then cloud pages are not available here. We went to data extension. We have created a lot of data extensions as well. So we will try to copy all those data extensions, filter data extension, customer profile, products, transactions. So all these were part of our data model, our project, invoice transaction project. From day one, we started with the project. We understood multiple phases in that project. We found, emails can be deployed via multiple sources. Real time also we have seen. So in that project but we explored a lot of things there. Actually, that project helped us get the entire Marketing Cloud knowledge. So we have copied all these things. Now then we have attribute groups as well, where we will, copy our attribute group. So now all these were part of the project or the configuration we developed throughout this training. We have selected everything. We will click on save and continue. Once you click on save and continue, click on package items. So the items are getting packed to be migrated to production. Once we are starting to do, you see that most of the things are available. One error you got here, we cannot find data extension containing. So this query where we stored the results of this, activity, that data extension is not available. I might have deleted that data extension. That is why it is showing an error. That data extension ID can't be found. So it is a test account. What we will do, we will try to remove the query. So we have to reselect all the items, guys. The query data extension is not available. It is deleted. So we will skip the query part and we'll try to pack all other things. Make sure whatever you try to pack, their dependent items are also packed. Like you are packing journey. Journey has an entry source data extension. Then that data extension should also be packed. So we copied a query, but we packed a query, but query gave an error that the resultant data extension where query results have to be saved is deleted. So that item can't be packed. So we will skip the query part and we will try to pack all other contents, assets, automations. Go to assets. Email, SMS, push notifications are assets. Template-based email. Template-based email. This is the push notification. This is the SMS. We went to automation then. In automation also we will copy. We will skip the SQL. Then data extensions we will go. We will try to copy all the data extensions. Auto filter, 36 profile, customer profile, all these data extensions. Then attribute groups. Here also B36. So attribute groups are also selected. Click on save and continue. Once you do it, click on package items. And you will be able to click on next option. Once you click on next option, you have everything packed. You can click on download package. Two options are there, zip or JSON, anything you can do. I would prefer JSON. So now this package is downloaded where all the configurations you have developed in the testing environment is packed and downloaded over your desktop. The same configuration you have to deploy to the other business unit or other marketing cloud. Suppose the same marketing cloud you have to, consider the same marketing cloud as a different instance. Suppose it is a production. So now to deploy items, we will again go to package manager. And here we have packaging. Earlier we packed items. Now come to deployment. Once you click on deployment, click on deploy option. It will ask to upload the file. Select the file which you have downloaded. If you want to create a specific folder, then you can do it. B36 deployment. So now in our packed items, we had file drop automations. So it is asking you which folder you want to choose for file drop automation. We selected import. Then it is asking which folder on FTP you want to choose. So we have enhanced FTP that we tried already. Send classification, to send emails with send classification you want to use. We have B36 send classification. So once you do it, you click on next option and it is validating the package. So you see that all these details are ready for deployment. You click on deploy option and everything will be deployed to the new Marketing Cloud instance. We have deployed all the items. So this is how you deploy the things in Marketing Cloud from one instance to other instance. Now, last thing which we have to see is the Analytics Builder. Analytics Builder, we have reports option. You can pull reports by firing a query using data views. You have tracking option where you can find some of the tracking details of a job ID. And you also have reports where you have predefined report templates, which you can't modify. If you go to catalog, you find a lot of reports available here. A/B test, accounts and summary, all these things. Journey builder, email send summary, all these reports you have. So suppose your management came and asked you to give a send summary of journey builder. Then instead of firing query on data view, going and manually checking the tracking, you come to Analytics Builder. You have predefined reports. You can choose any report like Journey Builder report we want to do. Click on Create option. You select what is the date frame you want to pull this report. Select the journey one by one. You can do, or you can click on all journeys. Then you have all journeys or running and finishing. Pull all journey report and click on submit. So what this will do, this will create a 30 days report on all the journeys you have in the Marketing Cloud, a consolidated report. This report you can email to yourself like journey report. You can define a name, email address you can define, subject also, note also. You can select in which format you want. CSV if you want, keep it selected, click on save. So this has emailed and report to us. That report will come in. Sometime it takes around 10 to 15 minutes of time for the report to come to the inbox. Similarly, if you want to create another report based on the, SMS, you can select the channels here. You can select different channels. A lot of reports are available, which you can select. Like you want to get report on SMS account summary, subscriber SMS engagement, people who have marked spam to your emails, those details you want to check. Recent email send summary. If you want to send push notifications, you have push notification pre-built reports. Journey builders, you want to track a job ID or a A/B testing. You have each and every types of reports available. You don't have to do anything. You just have to schedule it. And you see that this report came to our Marketing Cloud, from Marketing Cloud to our inbox. This report is a predefined report which we can create. You see, it contains all the journey names, people who have been sent. Okay, all these details we have. Basically, companies fetch all these data and store into an analytics platform like Power BI, Microsoft Power BI. That is an analytics platform, data visualization platform. This is the raw data which you get from Marketing Cloud. You keep on uploading this data day by day. That analytics platform will keep all these data and will give you a trend, will give you a performance trend. If your email engagement is going fine, is it having an upward trajectory, downward trajectory? Are your products getting purchased? Are people engaging on your email? What is the engagement this month and last month? So analytics platforms are there integrated with Marketing Cloud, which requires these report data to be stored in them, which will give management a clear picture, upward trajectory, downward trajectory, pie graphs, bar charts, to show the performance of your marketing automation campaigns, whether it is email, SMS, push notification. So this is how you go and bulk export the data from Marketing Cloud. But reports will also give you last 6 months of data. The way you used to get in data views, the same way you will be getting in reports last 6 months of data. Make sure you have regular backups so that you don't have to go beyond 6 months or get any requirement to go beyond 6 months. You should be having a regular backup, storing in a data extension or wherever you want, BI platform, so that when required, you have access to that tracking data.